I started asking myself, like, why do I do this? I'm like, why?
Every time I ask myself
I'm like, why? Why do I do this? I'm going outside, went outside, woke up from the nap, I'm pacing around, I'm asking myself, like, man, why am I doing this? And that's when it came. The why came.
For those other kids.
Just for telling my story, for showing, not even necessarily telling the story, but for like letting people know like who I am and what I'm about. And like, and you know, when I get interviewed in media, it's like they see me as just this UFC fighter that's, you know, vicious in the cage. And I'm just like, when I go back and read it, I'm like, yeah, but you missed a fucking huge part, man.
Yep.
You missed the biggest part of it all.
Yep.
And so that's kind of when I started thinking. So from that moment on, the rest of the day, I was just in the why. Like, okay, why? Okay, yeah, you're right.
That's a good why.
That is why.
That's a good
because
why.
your dad, because your mom, because, you know, how they raised you and what you went through and all the weight you lost and the sacrifice and the blood. Just everything started to hit me at once. And then that's when just my focus was like,
boom,
like laser. Like nothing in the world could touch me at that moment.
I love it.
As soon as I got it, I felt like I had this like supercharged power, like unstoppable.
What a great reason of why you got an answer. And I don't mean to put more pressure on you, but when I was talking to Chappelle about it, you know, I told him this. I said he almost can't stop. He owes it to those kids to keep going through this and be a role model.
Yeah.
It's tough to say, it puts pressure on you, which you're fine with pressure. It's what you signed up for. It's like you owe it to these other kids who need that role model, man. They're not getting it. You're not getting Hollywood. You're not getting it, you know, in other sports really, because they're not telling their story. Hollywood, nobody can relate to, but they can. You're touchable. They can see it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I think one thing that stands out, and it stood out to me today on the plane, is I don't necessarily want to like inspire everybody to become a fighter, because I know that this isn't all that I'm going to be.
No, it's more than
like,
that.
I just acted in my first movie. You know, I'm like doing stuff with the brand, all of these things, and I'm like, I just want to be able to live freely and almost like just be an example, if nothing else.
But fighting is that pathway, gives you the platform that's going to be able to branch off to all the other stuff you can do.
Yeah,
you know it gave fighting
me...
is such a small sliver of what you do, but it gives you this huge platform to inspire all these other kids.
Yeah,
you know?
and it gave me my health back, right? Like my health and just like courage to take on life.
If it's skinny, but I need it if it's thick. Need a thick girl for the thick boy. I need everything I get super thick.